In October 2024, an asylum seeker from Sudan stabbed a hotel worker more than 23 times near a railway station in Walsall, England. Footage shows the man dancing and celebrating after killing the young mother. Footage from earlier in the day shows the man staring at his victim from the hotel bar. When she finished her shift, he followed her into the train station and stabbed her with a screwdriver. Though he did take possession of the victim's phone, he later discarded it over a bridge, leading authorities to believe the robbery was not the goal of the attack. In fact, even after being convicted, he never explained why he killed the woman. Just another example of depravity for depravity's sake. A US soldier stationed in Korea, apparently he got involved with a juicy bar girl, a woman who was paid to flirt with men in exchange for money, and got furious when things turned out badly. The footage shows him going on an insane rampage that basically destroyed the entire bar, busting over 100 bottles of liquor and causing thousands of dollars in damage.
Call empty. Wait, I have empty emergency.
Surveillance footage shows the man passing out in the street before taking out his rage on the establishment. Maybe he'll get a first-class ticket to the front lines. Despite how it sometimes seems, it's not always down to passengers to defend themselves or help others. In Cambridge, Massachusetts, 2 police officers rushed to save a man who had fallen onto the tracks. The electrified third rail was still active, and there was only 1 minute until the next train was due to arrive, so time was of the essence. The officers were able to lift the man onto the platform, narrowly avoiding a potential tragedy. Both officers were commended for their bravery. As we've seen time and time again, the best way to avoid becoming the victim of a kidnapping is to scream and fight as much as you can. Take a look at this footage from a North Carolina gas station. It shows a woman walking just steps in front of a man who grabs her, puts his hand over her mouth, and roughly drags her back into a restroom.
The second I got his hand off my mouth, I screamed like I've never screamed before.
She not only screams to high heaven, but fights back fiercely. Here's what happened. The man came in, used the bathroom, and then came out to tell her that something was wrong with the toilet. When she goes to look, that's when he grabs her. But here's the thing. As she later told the news, she had a feeling about 30 minutes before this that she should grab a knife from her car.
Around 2:30, I don't know what, but something inside of me just told me to go out and grab my knife out of the car, because I just felt an eerie feeling.
So when this all went down, she was able to draw the blade and threaten her attacker. In fact, she ran off just as 2 customers who heard her screams arrived to help. Unfortunately, the suspect has never been found. This guy must be the construction worker version of Thor, because he looks like he could do some serious damage with that thing. Why is he attacking school children? That's a different question. Apparently, this took place during protests in Chile, but aside from that, there's little explanation. If this is the next Avengers movie, we're in trouble. This piece of footage comes to us from Indianapolis, Indiana, where officers were called to a domestic disturbance involving a weapon. According to 911 dispatchers, they had received a call of a man holding his girlfriend at gunpoint against her will in her residence. He also threatened to shoot both her and any police officers who dared to try to intervene. Apparently, all this was due to a missing cell phone.
Here walking around, man, you can hear me. I am not putting a gun in you. You ready? Hey! Police department! Hey, do not come in here!
I'm gonna tell you what, get out! Come out!
Dashcam footage shows the officers arriving on the scene and entering the home. They can hear people talking somewhere in the house, but are unable to actually see the suspect or the hostage. After drawing their weapons, they knock on the door and announce themselves to the armed man.
Come out!
4 cars, 4524 South Holt Road, Rush.
Tommy, come the out! This is not gonna end good, man. Come out. Let her out, and then we'll deal with you. Let her out. Let her out.
I'm going to make sure you get out of there. You and the lady both get out without being hurt. I can guarantee you will not get hurt. You just... Tommy.
I already got it. I got it, bro. There ain't no negotiating.
Tommy.
Ain't no negotiating, dog.
If you just let the lady come out to us, you and I will continue talking. You don't have to come out right now. You let her come out to us so that she's safe. I believe you don't want to see her get hurt.
The resulting standoff lasts several minutes, with officers demanding that the man release the woman and him refusing. Finally, after multiple attempts at negotiating, the officers hear a shot go off and breach the room, shooting the man multiple times in the process. He was later pronounced deceased, but the hostage was fortunately unharmed. On May 3rd, 2021, construction flaws led to the collapse of a metro overpass in Mexico City with devastating consequences. "26 people died when a train came crashing down because of the poorly built infrastructure. An investigation found bolts missing from girders and signs of bad, unfinished welding. Early warnings about damage had also supposedly been ignored by city authorities. This is Liberty Mitchell. In December 2022, just weeks after passing her driving tests, she failed her fellow motorists in the worst way possible. The then 18-year-old recorded herself on Snapchat driving at up to 96 miles per hour in a 60 mile per hour zone on a busy road in England. She then attempted to overtake 3 cars, and it ended in catastrophe. Her reckless driving caused a head-on collision involving 4 vehicles. A taxi driver named Octavian Courtroom was killed, and his passenger, Moira Whelan, later died from her injuries. 3 other people were seriously hurt.
I'm arresting you on suspicion of causing death by dangerous driving. You don't have to say anything. Necessity for your arrest is for a prompt and effective investigation. We need to ask you questions in an interview.
Mitchell was arrested at the scene. In court, she admitted to causing death by dangerous driving in 2026. She was sentenced to 6 years and 8 months in prison, along with being given a lengthy driving ban. Does the punishment fit the crime?
She hit both of us this morning.
How fucking stupid are you? I don't give a about your insurance, you ignorant. I ain't gotta do I ain't gotta do motherfucker. You hit me. You hit me. I ain't gotta do Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You dumb. You stupid. Fuck you. Fuck goddamn horse you rode in on. What you think you know? That stupid ass hat. Fuck you.
The last 2 drivers were actually pretty lucky to come away with just a few bruises and some body damage. Here's a situation that ended up much, much worse. Cell phone video shows a 3-car accident where one of the victims got extremely, one might say, irrationally angry. As the man continues to berate the person who caused the accident, he finally gets fed up and goes to confront him.
I got one more time. Come on. Put your goddamn hands over your head.
No, come on.
Unfortunately, the angry man is also armed and shoots him several times. As a result, what started as a road rage incident ended as a murder charge. It's amazing how even in broad daylight, with plenty of other people around, train stations still attract craziness.
I had no other choice but to interfere to see what the situation was.
Rondell Whitfield was on his way to church Sunday morning when he says he witnessed this, captured by a witness and posted on TikTok. You can hear a 20-year-old woman screaming as police say a man in white is seen grabbing her. Witnesses around yelling at the man to let her go.
Thankfully, the woman's screams did not fall on deaf ears, and other passengers quickly came to her rescue.
Police say she managed to escape his grip as at least 5 people, including Whitfield, held him down.
The victim suffered minor injuries to her shoulder, stomach, and arms, as well as psychological trauma, but was grateful to the passengers who saved her. It's good to know that there are at least some decent human beings left who take the subway. In April 2022, a Home Depot store in San Jose burst into flames. The culprit was Dylan J. Cruz Gog, who was in the middle of a stealing spree when he deliberately set fire as a distraction so that he could escape with a trolley full of stolen goods. Within moments, the flames began to spread fast. The fire grew into a massive inferno, forcing shoppers and employees to flee as thick smoke swallowed the building. To make matters worse, the key safety systems weren't functioning. Investigators later found that the store's sprinkler system was disabled, allowing the fire to rage unchecked as it tore through nearly 100,000 square feet of retail space. By the time the firefighters brought it under control, the store was completely destroyed, with losses estimated at around $17 million. Officials later said it was sheer luck that no one was killed in what could have easily become a mass casualty event. Gog, age 27, was charged with 3 counts of arson, 7 counts of grand theft, and 3 counts of petty theft in connection with the blaze. This is the sort of clip that proves footage doesn't have to be scary to be disturbing. The person in this footage is Francis Charles Kaufman, an American who killed his partner and her daughter and left their bodies in a Roman park. The first bit of footage shows Kaufman getting knocked out after an argument in a Starbucks. In subsequent footage of him moving around town, the woman and child no longer appear. Kaufman was later arrested for the killings, but even with all the footage showing him behaving strangely in the days before the murders, he never provided any reason for what he did.
I'm about to TBI.
Here's a pretty difficult one to watch, but not necessarily for the reasons you might think. It shows the Arkansas State Police pulling over a father who was speeding while transporting a sick child to the hospital. Apparently, the poor kid had suffered an allergic reaction, which can be life-threatening. In a panic and unable to communicate with the officers behind him, he continues driving, likely thinking he can explain the situation once he gets to the hospital.
Keep your hands right there. Stand up. Stand up. Put your hands up there on the wrist. Don't move. Put your hand right there so I can see you. Put your hands behind your back. One at a time.
My son has just had an EpiPen. He needs the medical attention.
Unfortunately, the officers use a pit maneuver on them, then hold the father at gunpoint while he tries to explain what's happening. It almost seems like they're not even listening to him when they should be providing an escort.
Apparently, the kid had allergic reaction, so I was just stopping him because he was through, went past me, went stuck, he just kept driving. I let him up way back at like there. And we couldn't, I was like, what are we doing? He's staying in the right lane, but he wouldn't stop. All four. Finally, we got slow enough that I was able to keep the eye right here.
Luckily, the child survived, and the man faced no charges. The following footage was captured by a camera attached to an officer's taser, and it's shocking in more ways than one.
And deep sea, homie, come do. Hey! Show your hands right now! Show your hands! Right now! I am showing you.
The man being tased is 59-year-old David Kosick. Officer Lisa Merkel had noticed him driving with expired inspection stickers, and when she went to pull him over, he drove away before running into someone's backyard. The officer chased him and used her taser to bring him down, but that wasn't the end of the matter. From here, the situation became even more chaotic.
Get on the ground now! No! Get in your hands! Get in your hands!
Any flare cars in the area of
As Kosick struggles on the ground, 2 gunshots ring out. Kosick is struck twice in the back by the officer's firearm. The shooting led to a rare moment. Officer Merkel was charged with homicide. Investigators confirmed that Kosick was unarmed, but after a dramatic trial later that year, A jury found the officer not guilty, deciding prosecutors hadn't proven the shooting was criminal beyond a reasonable doubt. Here's another one of those brace yourself clips. The woman featured here is Marcy Oglesby. She had been in a relationship with a former Illinois police chief named Richard Young for nearly 20 years. But back in 2022, police responded to a storage facility owned by Oglesby to find Young's decomposing body. Immediately after this discovery, they confronted Marcy, who was so upset that she started experiencing chest pains and was rushed to a nearby medical center. She may have thought that that would buy her some time, but the officers decided to interview her right there in the hospital bed.
You know why we're here.
Yes, I
So, I'm going to let you tell me what happened.
Rick got COVID. He was very sick for quite a while. He can be he can be a very difficult person to try to deal with. I mean, nice person, but just stubborn when it came to health or anything else.
Okay.
So, we'd had kind of we've been together for 24 years. And, I just basically was a bit of a bully, and I'd let him bully me because I'm a doormat. He was so sick, he was throwing up. For 2 weeks, he couldn't hold anything down, even water. And I would beg him, let me take you to the doctor, and, or stay in bed, and I did the best I could to take care of him. But he was taking so much medicine and stuff, like, he was constipated. So I literally, because I've worked in medicine for 20-some years. I worked in ICU, CCU, I knew what I was doing. I wasn't recklessly, just saying, let me take care of you, After a couple days of me getting my head out of my butt and realizing I needed to just report, I should have just called when it happened and done the normal thing that any normal human being would do. And then at that point I was like, okay, well, I didn't do the right thing. And I got scared, and it just kept compounding and compounding until I was like, okay, so what do I do? I didn't report this. It's, that's a criminal act.
As they did, she confessed that she hid the body after he died of COVID. It's a strange explanation and definitely still a crime. However, the toxicology report from Young's autopsy revealed that Marcy had actually poisoned him slowly over time using, of all things, eye drops. That's about as bad a breakup as you can get.
I told her not to steal, bro.
You didn't steal, so we'll leave us on her. Okay. You watched you walk over and put an item in the bag off the shelf.
What is it with people trying to shoot police officers on film? This footage comes to us from Canton, Ohio. It shows two people who are being processed for shoplifting at a local Walmart. Keep your eye on the sketchy kid on the left.
55.50.
During the interaction, when he thinks nobody is watching, he produces a weapon from his waistband and attempts to shoot one of the officers. Luckily, he is swiftly tackled after the gun fails to fire. Pretty crazy stuff. At least the guy in the black was wearing the right shirt today.
Now.
If you are the type of person who tends to fall asleep on trains, you might want to keep one eye open after hearing this news story. In December 2025, police in New York released footage of a man suspected of setting a sleeping passenger's leg on fire. The suspect was identified as 18-year-old Hiram Carrero. Carrero was arrested and charged with attempted murder, assault, criminal mischief, arson, and reckless endangerment. But the big question still remains. Why did he do it? Carrero's trial is set to take place in 2026. This seemingly ordinary footage was played at the trial of Brian Walsh. It shows Walsh buying, among other things, a hatchet, mops, a bucket, and 12 pounds of baking soda at a Home Depot. This would not normally have raised any alarms, but when combined with his internet search history and the fact that his wife had gone missing, it became damning. Anna Walsh went missing on New Year's Day, 2023. Investigators had never been able to find her, but on her husband's computer, they found searches including 10 ways to dispose of a dead body if you really need to, can you be charged with murder without a body, hacksaw best tool to dismember, and can baking soda mask or make a body smell good. Police also found blood and a knife in the basement. Based on the evidence, Brian Walsh was found guilty of first-degree murder in 2025, receiving a life sentence without the possibility of parole. He was also sentenced to 19 years for lying to police and 2 years for the improper disposal of his wife's body, despite Anna's remains never being found. In Burbank, California, police receive a disturbing phone call that's about to kick off a chain of very unfortunate events.
This is the Burbank Home Depot at 1200 South Flower?
Yes.
Okay. And you're saying that you have a gun with you and you want to sue people?
Look, I'm telling you right now, my daughter's been abducted and she's being murdered as we speak.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
My daughter's been abducted and she's being murdered as we speak.
Okay, well, CHP just said that you're at Home Depot and said something about shooting someone.
Look, man, I got people following me, man. I mean, what do you want me to do? I got to defend myself.
Okay, so Ruben, can you tell me if you're at the Home Depot right now?
Yes, I'm at the Home Depot right now.
You in a car?
Yes, in a van.
What color is your van?
Silver.
Silver van? Okay. And what kind of gun do you have?
25 Beretta, man.
A Beretta?
25.
25?
Yes.
Okay. And where's the gun right now?
My van.
Is it in your hand?
In my van, yeah, it's right here, right here.
It's in the van where?
With me.
Okay. Who else is in the van with you?
I'm just by myself.
I'm sorry?
I'm alone.
Okay. All right. And you said that your daughter was abducted?
Yes, she was.
Okay. And when was she abducted?
It had to have been like earlier this morning.
Earlier this morning? By who?
I don't know. I don't know, man.
Okay. Do you live in Burbank?
I don't live in Burbank.
You don't live in Burbank? Okay. And what did you tell CHP about shooting somebody?
No, this is what I said. I said, look, I got people following me, and they start shooting at me. I'm gonna start shooting back.
Okay. Who do you think is following you?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay. Where in the parking lot are you?
I'm at the like the south entrance.
At the south entrance? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, there's TV right there.
Okay. And if an officer comes to talk to you to help you, then are you able to keep that gun away from you so that you can talk to the officers?
Hell no. Oh, man.
What's your last name?
Ramos.
Okay. And did you say yes, you can, or you cannot?
No, I mean, I can't keep it away from me. No, I can't.
You cannot, or you can?
No, I cannot.
Okay, why is that, sir? Hello?
Look, man, I mean, basically, they're trying to abduct me, too. I don't know why they took me.
I have officers coming to help you, sir.
Man, my daughter's name is... Okay?
You what?
My daughter's name is...
Your daughter's name is... Okay,
Yes.
how old is...
She's 21.
Okay, 21 years old. What kind of van is it?
It's a silver. It's Toyota Sienna.
Silver Toyota Sienna.
Yeah.
Officers are immediately dispatched to the Home Depot parking lot, where, with the help of the communications officer, they attempt to get Mr. Ramos to surrender unarmed.
Okay. Are you able to step out of the van with your hands up?
No.
He said no.
No, I'm not. No, ma'am, I'm not. I mean, I just can't right now. Huh?
Are you wearing a hat, sir?
Yeah, I'm wearing a hat. How did you know?
He is wearing a hat. Okay.
How did you know?
Because we're trying to help you, sir. I have a few officers there. We want to help you and talk to you about your daughter. We're there to help you. Is there any way you can exit the van with nothing in your hands and your hands up?
Oh, no. No. I mean... I don't know, man. I don't know.
Mr. Ramos steps out of his car, but the situation is still tense, and he still has a gun, or so the officers think.
Just keep your hands out just like that. All right, Ruben, this is what we're going to do next. Ruben, listen to me. Just put your hands up for me. Put your hand, both hands up. Thank you. All right, turn around and face away from me. Ruben, turn around and face away from me. Right there, thank you. Are we ready? Do we have a team? Are we ready? Because he's complying right now. Yes. Calm? Got it. Yes. Okay, Ruben, start walking back towards the sound of my voice. Okay, lift up your shirt from your collar. Lift up your shirt. Show me your waistband. Right here. Okay, start turning. Keep turning, keep turning, keep turning, keep turning.
It looks as though the patient approach is working, and Ramos seems to be complying. But the officers can't take any chances, and soon things start to go wrong.
Okay, we're gonna find her through her cell phone. How about that? Can you give me her cell phone number? Yes. Now, Ruben, in order for me to get that, I need you to come over here towards us.
Take it up. Get the shield. I got it.
You got the 40. Who's got a 40?
I got a 40. Get a 40. Right here. 40. Right here.
He was upset over his daughter being kidnapped.
Yes. 40. Again.
Ramos adopts a shooting stance and aims towards officers who reply with a volley of bullets. With the threat eliminated, officers immediately offer first aid to Ramos. He is taken to a nearby medical center but later dies from his injuries. What police thought was a gun later turned out to be a black folding knife. Despite this, the officers involved were found to have acted with the intent to defend themselves and no criminal prosecution was brought against them. Was Mr. Ramos determined to die by cop, or could the situation have been resolved without a fatal shooting? You don't often see a lot of violent crimes coming out of Sweden, but as this video has already shown, no country is 100% safe from depraved individuals. In February 2005, a 35-year-old gunman entered a school and began shooting. The news was able to obtain clips from students who were hiding in various places around the campus, including a restroom. Some of them hid there until the police arrived. Though they survived, 10 other people were not so lucky.
Vi måste guida ut den här personen. Jag kommer visitera dig. Ställ dig upp, jag kommer visitera dig.
Footage that was later obtained shows police officers responding to the incident, which was later revealed to be xenophobic and targeted at immigrants to Sweden. He shot himself in the encounter after firing 70 rounds in total. Want to know what a hero looks like? Here you go. When a man at the Almaty airport in Kazakhstan took this flight attendant hostage with a knife, a 52-year-old man stepped in. He offers to take the young woman's place, and the crazed attacker agrees. What he doesn't know is that this gentleman is an ex-boxer with some serious fighting skills. After several minutes of being held hostage, the hero makes his move, grabbing the blade with his bare hands and allowing the attacker to be subdued in seconds. Epic move, sir. It's September 2025 in Rockledge, Central California. A medical office overlooking the nearby train tracks has closed for the day, but its security cameras are still running, and they're about to capture something awful. A driver pulls up to the railroad crossing just as the gates start lowering. Instead of stopping, the car nudges the gate arm and drives through it, rolling directly onto the tracks. Moments later, disaster. A high-speed Brightline train smashes through the car. The collision is violent, destroying the vehicle and sparking a fiery aftermath, which is also captured on camera. train splits the car in half, dragging part of it for several hundred yards before coming to a stop. The car's driver, identified as 83-year-old Alorna Mitchell, was killed instantly.
I know you own firearms. People keep them here in Nevada for home protection. But when we have children around, when they were under your roof, you were supposed to have them locked up.
Ma'am, show me a rule
Sir,
that shows
I'm
the
not gonna ask you.
Constitution of the United States that I have to.
Please. Because
Please.
the court ordered it.
I'm getting screwed here and I'm supposed to sit here and take it?
Sir, I'm going to ask you not to make any comments in the middle of my decision.
That's fine, yes.
Listen there.
You're not going to disrupt my decision.
Presiding over divorce hearings must be exhausting. This footage shows a man being chastised by the judge for failing to keep his firearms locked up when children were in the house. In response, he invokes the Constitution, which is a surefire way to get everyone angry. Then, he decides to get physical with one of the bailiffs, which quickly turns into a huge scuffle. It's safe to say that custody is going to be the last of his worries.
What was you giving the dirty look for? You record me.
Can you get off my property?
Yeah, we'll
get
Giving the no dirty looks.
Get off me
fucking backing, see?
Get off me property! Get off my property! Get off my property! Get off! This is assault with DNA. They're coming with DNA kit now. They're coming with DNA kit. Can you get away from me? Get off me!
Remember how we promised that there would be more chainsaws? Well, here you go. This footage comes from Yorkshire, England, and shows an angry neighbor approaching a young family's home to complain about something. When they order him to leave, the altercation quickly becomes physical.
People off
my property!
Don't!
Was I sold? Sold! Go on! Go on! Touch him! Touch him! Telling you! Go on! That's it! Get him down! Go on! Dean, get Dean, get the Dude, call him! Call him! Alicia! Yeah!
Before long, half the street is involved in the brawl. Finally, the older man decides that he's had enough and goes off to retrieve a chainsaw. By this time, police were already on their way, and the neighbor was promptly arrested. With all we've seen so far, it should be a relief when someone asks you to exit the train, but when they try to pull you off without telling you why, that's a reason to be concerned.
What's going on? What? Leave him alone. Yeah. No. Yeah, who are you? What's going on? Yeah, what's going on?
He's getting checked out right here.
He's what? Yeah, what's going on? Let him go.
He got in trouble.
Okay. So what's going on? Why? No. It's a. Just. Then it's okay. Then you're fine. Just.
Are you police?
Yeah. Who are you? Police?
What kind of police?
Ice.
Ice? No.
No?
No.
Just say it. It's all good.
It's not clear who this guy is or why he's trying to drag one of the passengers away. He clearly doesn't want to identify himself, but the body cam and badge lead many people to believe he's a plainclothes police officer. Let's keep watching to see if this mystery man gives us any more clues.
No.
Yeah,
he's all good. He's all good.
He's okay.
No, he needs to get off and get checked out by ambulance.
No, he's okay.
No, he's all right. Thank you. All right, so you're good.
He's all good.
All right, go have a seat. No. Go have a seat. Go sit down.
Yeah.
Go sit down and you're good. No, go sit down.
Siéntese.
Sit down. Sit down.
Sentate. Sí, sí.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you, sir. Yeah, we're all good. Thank you. We're all good. Appreciate it. Cool.
It seems like they're there to check on the passenger's health, in which case, why didn't they just say that to begin with? I don't know, but if someone tries to drag me away and then starts putting on rubber gloves, I'm not going with them either. From the funny to the disgusting, this next creep was caught before he could ruin even more lives. In 2024, 60-year-old registered sex offender Kevin Hurley was arrested after allegedly stalking a 10-year-old girl at a Home Depot in Miami. Footage from inside the store shows Hurley watching and following the girl, who was with her mother, before approaching the girl and telling her that he thought she was beautiful. The situation became even more worrying when he continued his stalking in the parking lot, where he followed them in his car. Thankfully, the mother was already on high alert and waited in an empty parking bay with a Home Depot employee so that Hurley would not know what the car looked like. After several minutes of waiting for him to leave, the stranger noticed something was wrong and approached Hurley, telling him to get lost. Hurley was arrested 2 weeks later and charged with aggravated stalking of a minor. Considering his previous sickening charges, hopefully he won't be allowed back on the streets anytime soon.
Hello, just listen to me. Hassan, it's murder, right? You're under arrest for murder.
Here's yet another youth-related stabbing from England, where a 15-year-old girl was killed by a man who was angry about her friendship with his ex. Footage shows the man walking around town on the day of the attack, carrying the very knife he would later use to kill the girl. After the victim took a bag he had been carrying, which was supposed to hold his ex's teddy bear, he chased her down, stabbed her to death, and then attempted to dispose of the knife in a bin.
What's your name, mate? What's your name? What's your name?
John.
You got any ID on you, mate? I'm looking for someone who's just stabbed someone. I need to see your name. Say something on your card. Put your hands behind your back.
Right.
Put your hands behind your back now.
Oh, what?
Listen. Right.
Oh, no, wait.
Listen, you're on camera. Listen, you're on camera. Right now.
I didn't even do nothing, bro.
Put your hands right there. Put me on.
940 is safe.
I didn't even do nothing.
Urgent assistant, King Henry's Drive near the park. I'm marked. I've got this male detained. You're under arrest on suspicion or GBH with intent. That's for stabbing your girlfriend in Croydon this morning, okay? In regards to that, you don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence. Not mention no question. Something to rely on in court. Anything you do say, make them in as evidence. King Henry's, mate, just past the speed camera. I've just drove past you. I've got him. No, you can't do anything at the moment, mate. You're going to be searched down section 32. Where's the knife?
I don't have.
Where's the knife?
Body camera recordings show the moment police confront the teen, who gives a false name before being immediately arrested. Apparently, he had a long history of bringing knives to school and threatening to harm others and himself. In the UK, It seems the kids are absolutely not alright. This is one of those videos that makes you believe in fate. This car was driving on a mountain road when a massive rockfall took place. The good news is that they had just pulled into a tunnel, which provided them with shelter while half the mountain came raining down around them. Apparently, this happened in Taiwan back in 2024 due to an earthquake. Hope they have some snacks in there, because the wait to be rescued is going to be a long one.
Stop right there! Stop! Stop! Get on the ground, both of you! Lay down on the ground! Lay down on the ground!
When police in Arizona were called to reports of a man in a hotel holding what looked like a rifle, their response led to one of the most widely discussed body cam incidents in U.S. policing.
Who else is in the room?
Nobody.
Nobody else is in the room?
Nobody.
Are you positive?
Nobody. Absolutely positive.
Okay. Since apparently we have a failure for you to comprehend simple instructions, I'm going to go over some of them again, okay? Can you both hear and understand me?
Yes.
All right. If you make a mistake, another mistake, there's a very severe possibility you're both going to get shot. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
All right.
What the?
This is, shut up. I'm not here to be tactful or diplomatic with you. You listen, you obey. For one thing, did I tell you to move, young man? Did I tell you to
No, sir. No,
put
sir.
both your
No,
hands,
No, sir. No, sir.
put both your hands on the top of your head and interlace your fingers. Take your feet and cross your left foot over your right foot. Who else is in the room?
Nobody.
The man on the ground is Daniel Shaver, a 26-year-old pest control worker visiting town for work. He's staying at the La Quinta Inn and Suites in Mesa, Arizona. Someone had apparently seen him standing at the window with a rifle minutes earlier. It was actually just a pellet gun he had been showing to his friends, but the officers hadn't yet confirmed this. They're on high alert.
Are you both drunk?
No.
No.
All right. So you're not going to have any problems understanding anything that I tell you, right?
Yes.
All right.
Can I go to my room?
No, you're not going to do anything but come towards us. Young man, you are not to move. You're to put your eyes down and look down at the carpet. You're to keep your fingers interlaced behind your head. You're to keep your feet crossed. If you move, we're going to consider that a threat, and we are going to deal with it, and you may not survive it. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
Young lady, shut up and listen. All right? You are to keep your feet crossed. Take both of your hands, put them flat in front of you. You are to push yourself up to a kneeling position. Kneeling position. Now, put both your hands in the air. Okay, crawl towards us.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. Stop. Okay. Cuff, grab a pole.
No, Rich, pull
Pull,
them this
Rich,
way.
Pull. Let me know when you're clear. Clear? No, you're not clear. You haven't frisked her yet.
You're not. You'll be in the chain till we figure out exactly what's going on, okay? Just be cool and we'll be done.
Okay, when you're done with that, lay her flat. Okay, I need one more cuff her up. Okay. This is the deal. We're going to do almost like we did before. Okay? Have a seat. Okay, young man, listen to my instructions and do not make a mistake. You are to keep your legs crossed. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
You are to put both of your hands palms down, straight out in front of you. Push yourself up to a kneeling position. I said, keep your legs crossed!
I'm sorry.
I didn't say this in conversation. Put your hand! Hands up in the air! You do that again, we're shooting you. Do you understand?
Please do not shoot me.
Then listen to my instructions.
I'm trying to just do what you...
Don't talk! Listen! Hands straight up in the air. Do not put your hands down for any reason. You think you're going to fall, you better fall on your face. Your hands go back in the small of your back or down. We are going to shoot you. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
The atmosphere in the hallway is tense. Shaver, clearly frightened, tries to follow the instructions as he moves towards them. What happens next is heartbreaking and infuriating.
Crawl towards me! Crawl towards me! Don't talk!
Officer Philip Brailsford fires multiple shots, striking Shaver 5 times and killing him almost instantly. He said he thought Shaver was reaching for a gun. The officer was charged with second-degree murder, but was found not guilty by a jury in 2017. He was also terminated from the police department before being reinstated so that he could medically retire and receive a pension. A civil rights case was opened a year later, and in 2021, Shaver's parents settled with the city of Arizona for $1.5 million. Shaver's wife settled for $8 million. It's a small consolation, I'm sure. But what are your thoughts about this case? In Florida, a routine service call turned into a shocking and unnecessary brutal death. 37-year-old locksmith Adrian Venero answered a call from a resident who was locked out of his apartment. Surveillance footage later released by police shows the locksmith walking toward the building and beginning his work, tools in tow, doing what he was trained to do, help someone regain access to their home. Suddenly, the situation takes a deadly turn. 32-year-old Luis David Lemus draws a gun and shoots the locksmith in the head before running away. The resident's father then appears, screaming with his arms covered in blood. He asks his son why he would do that, a question we still don't have an answer for. Venero was pronounced dead at the scene. Authorities arrested Lemus shortly afterwards and charged him with second-degree murder. It was a senseless killing, with a wife now left without her husband and a child without their father, for no apparent reason.
Oh my God, she busted her window. Look.
My child in this car. I don't give a none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. It ain't got shit to do with me or my child. My child is in this.
Here's another mistress scenario, only this time it's the secret lover who's acting a fool. Footage shows the wife and the mistress getting into a fight in the middle of a parking lot. By the time the camera starts rolling, there's already been a broken window. Then the mistress crashes into the wife's car while her kids are still inside.
She might have not. Watch out!
Damn, her shit up. She retarded. She retarded as. She might as well should have fallen. It's fuck.
Truly trashy behavior, but at least the kids aren't injured. Here's another clip from one of those sideshows that are proving so popular lately. However, in this case, the car clearly did something wrong because this mob is not hesitating to completely destroy it. What happened? Why did it happen? These aren't the sorts of questions we're going to get answered from this video. What does seem clear is that the people driving really messed up. In some places, train conductors still go around punching people's tickets. In New York, crazy people go around just punching people in the station. It's a strange system, but who am I to question people's traditions? Seriously though, where's Spider-Man or any of the other New York superheroes, or even the police when you need them? Things are out of control in this city. "26-year-old Terry McAnthony McMillan Jr. was also responsible for a death at a Home Depot. In January 2023, he pushed an 82-year-old employee to the ground during a robbery in which McMillan Jr. stole 3 pressure washers. The victim, Gary Rasser, broke several bones and died from his injuries a month later. Terry McMillan was initially charged with robbery and murder and faced life in prison, but he later pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter and is currently serving 8 to 10 years behind bars instead. Here's more terrifying kidnapping footage, this time from Nigeria. You can see several armed men emerging from the bushes around this home just in time to lead the driver away at gunpoint. What makes this truly shocking is just how quickly this took place. Imagine your entire life changing in a matter of 20 seconds. In most cases, this person would be ransomed off, but that doesn't mean they're safe.
Guarda, 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 stanno rubando il furgone, guarda. Guarda, 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 guarda. Guarda, hanno rubato il furgone. Guarda, guarda. Cristo santo, hanno fatto scoppiare in diretta, guardali, 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 guardali.
This clip combines all the elements you need to have a worst video, cars, idiots, and theft. It also takes place in Italy, which is worth several bonus points. What you have here is a Michael Mann-style robbery of a security van carrying cash, complete with machine guns, explosions, and fake police cars. Unfortunately, they failed to get away and were swiftly captured. Literally the Italian Job in real life.
Guarda lì. Guarda lì, porca puttana.
Jolie Rankin was a 26-year-old man from New Zealand, known to his friends and family for his warmth and energy. But not everyone saw him the same way.
Goji! Goji! Where's this? Push you, little. Go! Go, good, guys! Come on, get your man. Oh, good! Get the f*** out of here! Hey, you little f***, come in! I'm coming through the front, cuz you went for me, little f***. No, hold my bag. Hold my bag. Give me that pack. What's that pack? Actually, just give me that knife.
Car.
Huh?
Car.
No, the knife's over there.
On February 26, 2024, Jolie Rankin was filmed arriving at the home of Krishan Raju. He had been called there by his friend, who was the girlfriend of Raju, because of a relationship breakup that had turned sour. In the video, Jolie is seen acting super aggressively, and though it's hard to make it out, he is said to have been armed with a machete. Moments after the video ends, Rankin jumped over the gate and got into Raju's house. A fight broke out, and Raju stabbed Rankin with a knife, killing him. Raju also received a stab wound which punctured his lung, as well as other cuts. At trial, Raju claimed that he acted in self-defense and the jury agreed, finding him not guilty of murder. Based on this video alone, it's hard to disagree with the verdict. At 5:15 a.m. on March 6, 2025, New York City police received a troubling phone call.
New York City 911, do you need police, fire, medical?
Police.
What's the location?
Home Depot off of Arthur Kill Road.
Okay, hold on. You're at
Staten Island.
You're at the Home Depot by what street?
Arthur Kill Road over in Staten Island.
I gotcha. What's the emergency there?
I see a male black in a Jeep, and it looks like he has a firearm.
What kind of firearm does he have?
I really don't know, but it's a black Jeep.
Okay, in a black Jeep. Okay, what exactly is he doing there?
I really don't know, but I'm kind of worried. I passed by and I saw him with a firearm.
Okay, he had it out and displayed?
Yes.
Okay, and this is outside of the Home Depot?
Yes, in the parking lot.
In the parking lot? Okay.
Yes.
At the parking lot. I do have to confirm, nobody's injured right now?
No, I don't see anybody injured right now.
Okay, so you said it was a male black. How old does he look?
Maybe early 40s, late 50s.
All right, and are you able to tell me what he's wearing?
He looks like he's in full black.
All black clothing? All right, hold on.
Yes.
Give me 1 second. And he's still in the car. It doesn't look like he's trying to enter Home Depot?
No, it looks like he's still in the car.
All right. Okay. So help us on the way, okay?
As soon as officers arrived at the scene, a man stepped out of the Jeep, fired 4 shots in the air, and then aimed in their direction. Officers ordered the man to drop the gun, but when he refused to do so, they fired a total of 33 rounds at him, eventually bringing him down. The incident was captured on dashcam as well as the CCTV cameras at Home Depot.
Drop the f***ing gun! Show me your hands now! He has a gun. Gun. Watch out! Watch out!
Shots fired at this location.
Drop the f***ing gun!
Exactly. Utilize cover, maintain firearms control. Alright, I'll do it.
Guys, stop! Stop! He has a gun! He has a gun! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot him.
The suspect was later identified as 55-year-old Winston Johnson. He was also the one who made the 911 call, clearly determined to die at the hands of the police. Johnson's firearm was recovered from the scene, and he ultimately got his wish, as he was rushed to hospital but passed away from his injuries. Here's a video that gets straight to the point. The victim of this violent attack is the boyfriend of the woman driving the black car. Following an argument on New Year's Eve, she decided to track him down at work and do this. Though he definitely suffered some injuries, things could have been a lot worse, especially if he had gotten squished between those two cars. While we're discussing people with the need for speed, how about this video from North Bergen, New Jersey? It shows a high-speed chase that went very wrong for both the criminal and the innocent driver. You can see police following at least one vehicle through the streets at speeds exceeding 80 miles per hour. As the pursuit continues, multiple police vehicles join the chase, which quickly spreads all over town. The driver manages to elude police several times, but eventually runs out of luck when he strikes another car head-on. Unfortunately, both people involved were pronounced dead at the scene. Dashcam from another car shows just how sudden the accident was. It was later determined that the vehicle was stolen. At a subway station in Queens, 3 men targeted their victim in a violent robbery. They dragged him along the floor, kicked him, and beat him with a cane. A reward of up to $3,500 was offered for information leading to their arrest for the incident that happened in 2022. I don't know if that reward was ever claimed. From a comical fight to a calculated, cold-blooded killing. In August 2023, 18-year-old Brooklyn Sims was gunned down at the Home Depot where she worked in Florida. The killer was her ex-boyfriend and father of Sims' child, Keith Agee, but also found guilty was Agee's mother, Sheila. Sheila worked at the same store as the victim, and on that fateful day, surveillance cameras caught her acting suspiciously, as if she knew something bad was about to happen. And she did know. Texts later shown in court revealed Keith had texted his mother, letting her know he was angry and was going to the store to kill Sims because she had apparently given him an STD. Rather than try to stop her son, Sheila encouraged his actions, waiting inside the store, giving him directions and even discussing how he should kill her. When Keith arrived, the deadly plan was carried out within minutes, bringing a sudden and tragic end to an exchange that investigators described as chilling. Keith Agee confessed to the murder and was sentenced to life in prison. His mother, Sheila, was also later convicted of first-degree murder as a principal, meaning she played a key role even if she didn't pull the trigger, and also received a life sentence without parole. When you're dealing with crazed and depraved individuals, all roads eventually lead back to Florida. This footage shows an incident that took place in Ocala, where a man armed with an axe began threatening 2 car wash workers. Rather than wait for the police, the workers tackled the man, disarming and restraining him until the authorities showed up. When the police arrived, the workers were still lying on top of the man, who repeatedly claimed that he didn't do anything.
Hello. Hey, I didn't do anything. I'm not resisting. Look what's going on. Ow! What's going on? Dude, I didn't do anything. Sure. Dude, I said, watch the videos. Watch it, please.
We're gonna love to.
Why are you trying to tackle me so hard? Look,
Get on your knees. Get on your knees.
Hey, can I say something?
Nope, get on your knees.
What did I do?
Get on your knees.
Guys, what did I do?
Get up.
The video determined that was a lie. Sorry. Imagine you're just chilling in the back of a taxi cab and on your way to your destination when this happens. The violent way in which this thief smashed the window is completely insane, and kudos to the driver who was able to pull away so quickly. You have to wonder if he's worried about the size of the tip now that he has to replace that back window.
Quebrou meu vidro, mano. Não, pegou não. Aqui assim? Sei embaixo. Assim embaixo. Acho que ele veio pra tirar o dedo. Ele deve ter vindo pra pegar. Machucou aí? Não machucou.
It's a cool autumn evening on October 29th, 2025, in Salt Lake City. Police get a 911 call about a possible assault on the street, but things are about to escalate fast. 2 officers arrive and find 47-year-old Jose Hernandez sitting on a curb. They ask him about the incident and offer medical help.
You need medical, boss?
No.
Did you fall and pass out?
No, I see it's my legs is like, it's kind of like, how you say, like,
Just gave out?
Yeah.
Okay, is that how you hurt your hand?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So then what happened with these guys?
I never like, how you say, like, I never had a problem with them, but then when I sucked to here, these guys, they wanted to, like, beat me up, and I believe I don't know if I was you that you guys came, and then somebody else came and called more, how you say, like more police. Police.
Are you talking about in the past?
Excuse me?
Are you talking about in the past, like over at the Home Depot, McDonald's area, or today?
So these guys tried to fight you today? Okay. So witnesses are telling me that you collapsed for a medical reason and these guys were trying to help you, but you didn't want to go to the hospital. So did they try to take you to the hospital and you said no? What's going on? I need to understand. Were you attacked or were someone trying to take you to the hospital and you were just freaking out? Are you having a condition that requires medical attention? Your compliance is going to make this a lot easier. If you're not going to talk to us about it, you're just...
This every time we report somebody trying to fight us. Why are you always getting into fights out here?
The what?
Why are you always getting into fights out here?
I'm not getting
And then out on you like 2 or 3 times of you claiming that you were assaulted by somebody. The last time you had a pretty good black eye. So what's going on? We're trying to help you. But every time we come out, you don't want to give us any information. If you don't want to tell us, then we'll just leave and walk away. Un momento. I'm gonna go try to talk to these guys. We're both speak Spanish? Yeah. Good luck.
Hernandez refuses the officer's assistance, but then decides to make things worse for everybody.
Put those back. They're not yours. Put them back.
What?
Put them back.
Sit
down. Sit down.
No te estoy haciendo nada.
Sit down.
No te estoy haciendo nada.
Sit down.
No te estoy haciendo nada.
Hey, boss.
No te estoy haciendo nada, compa. No te estoy haciendo nada. Cálmate, ¿ok? Cálmate. No te estoy
You
haciendo
want to
nada.
do this over a rock?
No te estoy haciendo nada. Cálmate.
Hey, he's got a rock in his hand like a weapon.
Cálmate. Yo no
Drop the rock now!
Hernandez begins picking up landscaping rocks from behind the curb and placing them in his sweatshirt. Officers repeatedly tell him to put the rocks down and sit still. They're trying to de-escalate. But seconds later, Hernandez stands up and starts walking away, still holding the rocks. I wonder if you can guess how this one's going to end.
Hey, put the rock down. Hey, get out of here. Hey, you back there, clear out. Put the rock down.
Put it down now!
Hernandez makes a run for it, and with the officers in hot pursuit, he makes the fatal error of throwing a rock at an officer. The officer replies by firing his gun. Hernandez is rushed to the hospital, where he later dies from his injuries. One officer sustained non-life-threatening injuries. Justified use of deadly force? You decide. You're going to want to strap in for this one. The footage starts off with a police officer filming a woman who appears to have injuries to her neck.
Hello.
Hi.
What's going on? Let me take some video of that real quick. Okay. So what happened?
I went home. I was at work and I went home and sorry.
You want to have a seat?
Yeah. My husband was having 2 girls in our bedroom.
Okay.
And he just kept trying to shove me out the door, and he pushed my face, and then he broke my phone, and he was choking my throat.
When he asks her what happened, She explains that she came back home to find her husband cheating on her with 2 women, at which point he attacked her.
Another girl that was having busted out my back window a few months ago.
Okay. So what? So he. So you seen him have with the females, and then you said.
Well,
he
I didn't
tried
actually see them having.
But you walked in and.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, how did the marks on your neck get there?
I told him that it wasn't over, and he just wanted me to leave it. I just wanted my stuff. My bag was in the house, and he just kept shoving me out. And
Paul 1472429.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to come down. He got me on the porch and he busted my phone and then he against the railing and then he threw it out in the road. And then I couldn't call you guys, so I just came up here.
She explains that this has been an ongoing problem, with at least one of the women attacking her car in the previous months. After ensuring the woman is properly looked after, the 2 sheriff's deputies go to confront the husband.
Okay. Hey, so your wife just came up and talked to us about an incident that just recently took place here. Can you walk me through what happened?
Yeah, she had left. We're in the process of splitting, and she come in, my girlfriend, and she tried to go crazy.
Okay.
But I mean,
so the marks on her neck, where did those come from?
I tried to stop her from that because she tried to throw that at me, but I mean, that ain't the first time she's hit me as far as that, but I wasn't trying to.
When the man appears, he plays coy, stating that it was his wife who attacked him.
So here's the deal, man. Give you the same spill I give everybody. Under law, officers have discretion on some things and some things we don't.
Yeah.
The circumstances that we face ourselves in today, I don't have any discretion. So I've got to place you under arrest, okay?
Okay.
So if you want to set that down, I'll let you go ahead and put your shoes on.
The officers don't buy it and decide to arrest him.
Stay down. Stay down. You want to, you can lower that seat for him if you want. He can sit down. I'll let you put those on.
What happened?
He's under arrest. It's fine. Domestic violence. Mama will take care of it.
It all seems like a big joke to the husband and his girlfriend, but domestic violence, whoever caused it, is no laughing matter. This is one of those "what were they thinking" moments. In the case of this cyclist, who is almost certainly on his way to the hospital after this, the decision to pull him in front of the second car is just truly baffling. Oh, and be sure to wear a helmet. This next victim was waiting to catch a train in the Bronx, already a bad idea, when he was assaulted because reasons. The victim received cuts to his wrist and hand while protecting his face from an unknown cutting instrument, the police's words, not mine. He was treated at a nearby hospital while the attacker was added to the police's long list of subway criminals. Here's another 15-year-old who managed to shock the UK and earn himself a life sentence behind bars. Like the previous young man, he killed his classmate, stabbing him during a school lunch break. Various bits of CCTV footage shows the moment before the fatal stabbing, with the young killer brandishing a knife while others attempt to get him to stop. Apparently, the two had been fighting on social media in the days before the attack. This has to be one of the most dramatic rescues these first responders have had to deal with. In February 2026, a hot air balloon became tangled with a communications tower, leaving several people trapped 920 feet in the air. The local fire department had to mount a daring retrieval using the 1,100-foot tower as their base. Can you imagine finally getting out of the balloon to learn that you now have to climb down to the ground? These images may look like a normal family going about their daily lives, but days later, they would become evidence in a sickening trial involving a tragic loss of life. In June 2025, Dr. Neha Gupta, a 36-year-old pediatrician from Oklahoma City, was traveling in El Portal, Florida, with her 4-year-old daughter, Arya Talathi, when something devastating happened at the rental home where they were staying. In the early morning hours of June 27th, police received a 911 call from Gupta reporting Arya at the bottom of the pool.
Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office. What's the address of the emergency?
Hi, this is City of Miami doing a transfer. She said her daughter is at the bottom of the pool. She's on the line. I tried to get her out. What? It's a house. Yes.
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
So, we were sleeping and I heard some noise. She was in the pool. I tried to save her, but I don't know how to swim. She went down on the pool.
Okay. Is anyone able to get her out?
No, it's just both of us here. It's an Airbnb. It's just it was just me.
Just you? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tried my best to get her out.
Okay, stay on the line with me here. And you're with the patient now, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, stay on the line with me. I'm getting up on the way. One moment. One moment. How old is your daughter?
4.
4 years old? Okay. Is there like a stick, like with the pool stick, like if you're cleaning out the pool?
I don't know. Let me check.
Look on the wall or on the side out there by the pool. You need to try to get her out of the water.
Yeah. I will check. I don't see anything. It's very dark.
Okay, find something to see if you can try to pull her out with.
Okay. Do you know how far is EMS? Or somebody who can get her out?
They're on the way, ma'am. Oh, they're on the way, but you need to try to help her. Find any way you can to try to get her out.
1 second. Oh. I found the stick, but I can't move her. What can I do? Hello? Hello?
Okay, what side of the pool is she on? Is she in the 3 feet side? Is she in the 6 feet? What part?
I think it's 9 feet. I don't know how deep. There's no measures here, but the pool is 9 feet deeper.
Okay. You need to try to get her out, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Do you know how long she's been inside the pool?
What?
Do you know how long she's been inside the pool?
I don't know. I'm gonna go and try to get her.
Okay, yes, I need you to try to get in there. You try to get her out.
I cannot go down.
Okay.
I don't know how to swim.
Okay. Can we find something to try to pull her out with?
I'm beat her with the stick.
Okay. See if you can try to like pull her out or push her out to the other side. To the side that's not as deep. So you can get her.
Trying.
Okay, just keep trying. I got help on the way. How you doing? Okay, the police is outside. Are they able to get inside the house to get to the baby?
Yeah, I'm gonna open the door.
Okay, go open the door.
Authorities rushed to the address, but sadly, it was too late. Aria could not be saved. Investigators weren't convinced it was an accidental drowning. Autopsy findings showed no water in the child's lungs or stomach, and there were internal injuries inconsistent with simple resuscitation, suggesting that Aria had already died before ending up in the pool. Detectives concluded the drowning scene had been staged to look like an accident, and that Aria likely asphyxiated beforehand. Gupta was arrested weeks later in Oklahoma City with the help of the U.S. Marshal Service. She was charged with murder, extradited to Florida, and has pleaded not guilty. Legal proceedings are ongoing, and the case continues to attract attention due to the traumatic loss. Let's finish up with some disturbing footage featuring an arguing couple and a really smart cop who isn't having any of their BS. This video starts with the officer approaching two people in the middle of the road. The woman, clearly in distress, immediately starts making claims about the man hurting her.
He hurt me.
Okay, what's your name?
It's Patricia Carvalho. He doesn't want to listen to me. I'm trying to de-escalate just to talk to him.
Okay. G-A-B-R-A-N. Okay, where are you guys from?
That's the keys? I need my keys and I need the phone.
318.
I need the phone.
Don't try to hit like that, okay? Hey, just stand back.
I
want everything that is inside that. Do you want to have the truck? No. Okay, so let's stop yelling. Okay.
Sir. I need my phone.
Hey, stand back.
I'm not doing anything. I just need my phone and I will walk away. He's up.
Okay. Stand right there.
You want your phone, right?
Okay, give me 1 second. Hey!
Get your phone.
Knock it off, okay?
The woman starts complaining about her phone, and when the officer's back is turned, the man smashes it on the ground. At this point, either of these two could be the problem.
Can you hang out with her?
Thank you.
So what's going on?
Thank you.
What's going on? we have been fighting. We're going to therapies and everything. I went to the other room, like, Patricia, stop. Like, let me breathe. Like, I don't want to talk to you. No, she want to go over there and poke the bear, poke the bear. I went to the other side. She kept going. I decided that I was gonna walk out of the walk, not even driving, walk. What she did? Jump on the bed of the truck, like, oh no, you're not going anywhere. She even called my mom. She even called my boss. After that call, I'm gonna lose my whole job.
So you guys are going through therapy. You guys were arguing this evening. Was it physical or just verbal or? Okay.
When another officer shows up, the police decide to speak with the man, who informs them that she thinks he's cheating and has just attempted to sabotage his job. He also shows signs of injury, which escalates the issue.
What's going on?
We basically just started fighting at home. I'm sorry, we're a little bit under the influence.
Okay.
Thank God we walked. But I just basically followed him because I wanted to de-escalate and he wanted to call the cops on me.
Okay. Why did he want to call the cops?
To be honest, I don't know. He thinks I'm fighting him or anything.
We heard on the phone was somebody saying that, people were hitting each other. You've got blood on your finger there.
It was an accident though because
what happened with
as he was going upstairs, I guess I was like trying to grab his arm and it just, because it was long, so I guess I hit his arm, but it wasn't like intentional.
Meanwhile, another officer interviews the wife. She agrees that after an argument, she accidentally hurt her husband, then followed him outside while he was trying to get away. One thing that does seem to become quite clear as she talks is that she is under the influence of more than just alcohol, probably cocaine.
Had somebody taken somebody's phone? That's what our dispatch was hearing over the
It's my
phone
phone.
call.
The phones are under my name.
Okay, so which phone was it?
Both of them.
Well, which phone was?
Oh, I was trying to take the one that was his, but they're mine.
Okay, well, I'll tell you this. Even if you pay for the phones, you can't take his phone from him. That's his property, okay? I understand that you make the payments on it, but if it's his phone, you can't take it from him, okay?
It's mine, so.
Well, in the eyes of the law, you just told me that it's not. Even though you may pay for it, it's phone commonly used by him. You just referred to it as his phone. So if you take that phone,
oh, so you're
illegal.
saying I should give it back?
Yeah.
After
So
I pay everything?
Is that phone in your pocket his?
It is, yeah. You want me to give it back after
No.
he even broke it? He
I'll hang
broke
on
it.
to it.
Like,
I'll
he
take the
broke
phone.
it.
Okay.
And he finished breaking mine.
Where's your phone at?
Broken, officer.
Ma'am, stay here. Stop
Stop
walking in the road.
I'm just trying. I'm not trying to walk on the road. I'm trying to
You
just
don't
get
tell
my
me no.
glasses.
I tell you
sir.
to stay here.
I'm just
I
trying
told
to
you
get
to
my
stay here
glasses.
numerous times. Just
That's
stay here.
all I'm trying to do.
Where are your glasses?
I don't know. I'm
Okay.
trying to find them, officer.
Then she makes the error of arguing with the officer and trying to walk away. When the two officers put their heads together, they decide to arrest the wife for domestic battery due to the scratches she's inflicted on her husband. However, the only thing that really matters is that the two kids get the support they need. One minute you can be doing your job as normal, the same as every other day. And then suddenly, darkness. A passenger decided to film a cleaner doing his duties on board the Coromandel Express, a long-distance passenger train in India, when disaster struck. At high speed, the train crashed into the rear of a stationary iron ore goods train parked on a loop line. The force was so massive that many of his coaches derailed. To make matters worse, the derailed coaches were then struck by another passenger train that was approaching from the opposite direction. The result was one of India's deadliest rail disasters. Nearly 300 people were killed and more than 1,200 were injured in a tangled scene of twisted steel and shattered carriages.
guys get back, get back, get back. Get away from the pole.
If you're looking for a reminder of what happens when you flee from the police, here it is. This white truck has already done a number on this utility pole, resulting in flames, explosions, and more. Believe it or not, the driver was perfectly fine, though he was charged with felony evading arrest and DUI. Why is it that the drunk ones always manage to survive the worst accidents? Another common reminder on subways is to always keep an eye on your belongings. But sometimes, even when they're in your hands, someone will still try to take them off of you. The robber managed to get away with the victim's bag and phone. The victim was not seriously harmed, unlike New York's subway reputation, which continues to get worse. While we're on the subject of truly terrifying individuals, how about this 15-year-old boy from the UK? Apparently, this young man was considered completely normal aside from an unhealthy interest in knives. But one day, he stabbed a schoolmate through the heart, killing him. Footage found in his home showed him frequently posing with knives, and he apparently carried them around all day before killing his fellow pupil. While we're on the subject of police officers in tough situations, here's one that's a lot more tragic. The footage starts with police arriving at a residence where a man was having a reported mental health crisis. Just as they pull up, the man in question, Stephen Jones, is standing in the doorway holding a knife.
Drop the knife! Drop the knife! I'm not gonna shoot him. Drop the knife! Drop the knife!
After several seconds, Jones starts approaching the officer with the blade, forcing him to draw his weapon. This leads to a very long standoff in which many of Jones's family members attempt to intervene.
Drop the knife, please. Drop the knife. Drop the knife. I'm just creating distance.
As Jones continues to approach threateningly, the officer switches to his taser.
Relax. Hey, you gotta drop the knife. We don't want to shoot you. We don't want to shoot you. You gotta drop it.
Shit is ineffective.
You gotta drop it. You gotta drop it.
At this point, several other officers arrive on the scene and attempt to calm the agitated man down. Jones approaches the second officer as the first man fires his taser, which malfunctions.
Drop the knife! Drop the knife!
Now in a dangerous crossfire situation, the officers surround Jones and attempt to rein him in. The standoff lasts several minutes, and it seems the officers are finally making progress.
Stevie! You're gonna get shot! Drop the knife! Steve!
Drop the knife!
Stevie! Stevie! last time! Stevie! Drop the knife! Stevie!
Unfortunately, no amount of discussion can get through to the man, and he makes one final threatening approach at one of the officers, who opens fire. He lingered for some time after receiving medical care, but eventually succumbed to his wounds. On the evening of July 25th, 2024, something unusual was captured on camera in Sydney, Australia, that would later become part of a much bigger story. CCTV footage released by police shows Rich Dylan Choop, dressed in white and holding a drink, walking along Railway Parade when an altercation unfolds. Another man, dressed in dark clothing, suddenly approaches and slaps Mr. Choop in the face. A brief but startling moment caught on video as onlookers go about their evening. That encounter, at first a quick dispute on the street, became significant because it was the last confirmed sighting of Mr. Choop alive before he disappeared. Choop's body was found weeks later. An autopsy confirmed that he had been fatally shot, and authorities think that the July 25th event and his disappearance are connected. As far as we know, the case is still under investigation. Here's a really interesting one. It shows an off-duty military police officer foiling an attempted robbery in Sao Paulo, Brazil. First, the robbers show up on motorcycles and attempt to force the officer out of his vehicle while doing the same to another rider. While the officer cooperates, the other motorcyclist decides to defend both of them. As this is going down, the officer sees an opportunity to go for his weapon, coming to the aid of the man who first came to his. The real takeaway here is just how bad these thieves are at their jobs. If you need another reason to avoid taking the subway, how about robbery? I don't know about you, but if I saw this happening, my first instinct wouldn't be to take out my phone and start recording. Japan is known for having an extremely low crime rate. However, in 1996, a man named Takumi Yanagita shocked the entire country. After assaulting his wife and shooting a neighbor, the Kyushu native kidnapped his own children and started running. Footage shows Yanagita driving erratically around the otherwise quiet city. police attempt to stage a roadblock, prompting the man to start shooting at anyone who approaches him. Out of desperation, he attempts to escape again, driving on the wrong side of the road, smashing into several police cars in the process. In the end, the man was arrested, and the children were rescued. It remains one of the most troubling crime stories in recent Japanese history. This footage shows an altercation between two rival gangs. You can see just how quickly things escalate too, with machetes, knives, and clubs appearing out of nowhere. Apparently, this has to do with drugs that are being dealt out of public housing. It must be exhausting to be a decent person living there, just trying to get by. In Brazil, a dispute between neighbors turned into something chilling and unforgettable.
Do que, Julinho? Fala baixo comigo.
Fala baixo?
Eu tô perguntando o que aconteceu.
Não quero saber porra nenhuma. Entendeu? Você não fica fazendo fofoca dos outros, não.
O que eu falei de você?
Eu tô te avisando.
Não, fala. Fala, Julinho. O que eu falei de você?
Falar?
É. O que você falou que eu tô fazendo fofoca? Tô lembrada, não. Não, mas você que tem que prestar atenção na hora que você xinga os outros, só.
Você vai pra puta que pariu, rapaz.
Ah, você que me xingou, filho.
Você vai pra puta que pariu. Você duvida? Você vai pra puta
Eu tô duvidando de alguma coisa? Eu tô falando que você não tem...
Você vai pra puta que pariu,
Você não
rapaz.
tem direito de me xingar, Julinho. Você não é bom pra falar? Você não tinha me ameaçado de me xingar de piranha?
22-year-old Wolene Matias decided to have some words with her neighbors after he'd allegedly made some gossip and rumors about her. Wolene recorded the exchange on her phone, partly for her own safety and partly so she could show her husband what was happening. But things escalated fast. As the argument intensified, the neighbors did something unexpected and deadly.
Ó, Julinho, eu não tô brincando.
The neighbor pulls his handgun from under his shirt and fires at Wolene before she can react. The recording ends abruptly as her phone hits the ground. Wolene was rushed to the hospital but died from her injuries. The suspected shooter initially fled the scene, but was later arrested. Sometimes it's words that matter more than actions. Check out this interview with Joseph Garner, who was sentenced for killing his father and eating part of his brain.
I've been down 9.5 years. I got 22 and a half more to go. My crime is murder, and I cannibalized during the process.
On Christmas night, 1996, Joseph thought his father was preventing the second coming of Christ.
I tackled him from behind and somehow got around behind him and slit his throat. And I remember him saying, "Please don't kill me." And that's when I realized, oh my God, what am I doing? And I said, whatever is done, it's already been done. And I think, by this time, I'm totally wigged out. And I pulled his brain out and took a bite out of it.
Talk about chilling, right? If you think that traveling on the subway stinks, Spare a thought for this woman who wasn't even on the train when she became a victim of foul play. The 43-year-old was just sitting on the platform, minding her own business, when a man walked past and rubbed a plastic bag in her face. Inside the bag was human feces. Any guesses where this disgusting incident took place? That's right, it's NYC. The attacker, identified as 37-year-old Franka Brovka, was arrested in March 2022 and charged with forcible touching, menacing, disorderly conduct, and harassment. This crazy story doesn't end there though. While in jail, Brovka was himself targeted in the face, but with boiling water. He is said to have suffered permanent facial scarring after another inmate, known by the nickname Burns, threw water at him. Karma, perhaps. One of the most shocking crimes to come out of the UK in the past 10 years is the murder of 9-year-old Lilia Valutide. A Lithuanian girl living with her family in the town of Boston, Lincolnshire, Lilia was playing outside her mother's shop with a hula hoop when a man approached her and stabbed her in the chest. Footage shows the young girl with her sister in the minutes leading up to the attack. The man, who was also Lithuanian, apparently suffered from mental illness and may have had a vendetta against the child's mother. Separate footage shows him purchasing a knife 2 days before the attack, as well as the moment he approached the young girl and made the attack. He was arrested several days later, but failed to provide any real reason for his attack on the young girl. Sometimes in life, the dangers are obvious, and despite our best attempts to make certain activities safe, we're only human, and we do make mistakes.
خبری ندم شو اکسش داره گستره تایشلم
In 2012, 23-year-old Miriam Kendashvili and 25-year-old Goga Golatiani found themselves on a bridge 42 meters above a rocky riverbed near the Tbilisi State University area. Their safety equipment had been secured by organizers who had used climbers' ropes and a makeshift attachment, including a car seatbelt mechanism, according to reports, instead of using standard professional gear. With confidence and maybe a touch of romance, they jumped, a free fall that should have turned into a controlled swing. But something went terribly wrong. Either the ropes or the attachment failed, and instead of the thrill ride they expected, both plunged onto the rocks below. Miriam died at the scene. Goga was taken to the hospital but died later that night. Extreme sports can be amazing, but their deaths remind us that safety gear and expert rigging matter just as much as courage. Okay, so this is pretty terrifying. Here you have two very angry men armed with chainsaws, yelling threats and apparently eager to show that they mean business. Fortunately, the police show up quickly and order the two men to the ground using weapons that work from more than just 2 feet away. Apparently, this was in response to one of these men being hit on the head. But, assault or not, were the gardening tools the best next step? Heads up, this is not the last chainsaw we're going to see today.
Do not move! Do you understand me?
While you should always look out for yourself on public transport, this next clip shows you why you should always look out for other people too. In Barcelona, a woman notices a man stumbling along the platform. Rather than moving away and minding her own business like many people would, she keeps her eyes on the man and notifies officials using the station's help point. But before any staff can arrive, the man falls onto the tracks. The woman, who was later identified as Felicia Pozas, an off-duty police officer, then risks her own safety by going onto the tracks and pulling the man back up onto the platform, with some help from other heroic travelers. Would you have had the courage to help in this scenario? This footage from Kent, England, shows a burglar who posed as a delivery driver running into an apartment where he assaulted a person with a machete before making his escape. Apparently, he got over $2,000 and an expensive watch. He was later arrested, but the speed at which he pulled off this move is truly scary. Just outside Turin, northern Italy, a routine overnight shift turned into a devastating workplace tragedy that sent shockwaves through the community. On the night of August 30th, 2023, a team of track maintenance workers were replacing and maintaining a stretch of track near the local station of Brandizzo. Working under the glow of portable lights, they had their tools laid out and called control to check the schedule of the trains that were due to pass through.
Pazzo.
Sono sempre Massa, ciao.
Ciao.
Voglio sapere com'è la situazione dei treni pari.
Ti diciamo subito.
Sì.
L'ultimo pari dovrebbe passare di qua 23:48.
Ah, ok, poi dopo ti posso chiedere la tecnica?
Dopo sì.
Va bene, grazie, ci sentiamo allora dopo.
Va bene. Ciao.
Grazie mille, a dopo, ciao ciao.
Everything seemed to be going to plan until just before midnight, when confusion about an oncoming freight train ended in the worst way possible.
Allora, mi hai detto dalle 0001?
Sì.
Del 31?
Guarda, io te lo chiedo fino all'1:30, dai, ti preferisco, ti riattivo subito.
Ok. Del 31. Per necessità cosa mettiamo? Motivo?
An empty train hauling wagons thundered down the line at full speed, about 160 kilometers an hour, and slammed into the workers who were still on the track. 5 of the workers were killed, 2 others managed to escape unharmed. A recording of the panicked phone calls during and after the incident stunned the nation. Although the translated versions don't quite capture the horror, you can imagine how terrifying it must have been.
Questi ragazzi sto venendo il track, cosa ti aspettate?
Tutto a posto?
No, tutto a posto. C'è il treno che è passato, non pensavo che non c'erano più treni, ha preso le persone, ha investito. Chiamato la posta, chiamato tutto. Ma scusa, non era l'ultimo treno che aveva passato?
No, non era l'ultimo treno, c'era ancora un invio delle 23:50, te l'avevamo detto, non avevi neanche ancora l'interruzione.
Madonna mia, ma io allora ho detto di stare fuori.
Chiamiamo.
Porca vacca. Porca vacca, Parola.
The incident became known as the Brandeso Massacre. In the months and years that followed, prosecutors investigated a complex web of decisions, including whether work began before proper authorizations and safety measures were in place. By mid-2025, dozens of people in several companies were facing charges, ranging from negligent homicide to railway safety breaches. This footage comes to us from Bismarck, North Dakota. Officers were called to a parking lot regarding a person potentially driving under the influence. When they got there, they found a 53-year-old woman in her car.
Hi, what's your name, ma'am?
Why are you calling? Why?
We got called to come check on you. They were concerned.
There's nobody concerned.
There was. We got a phone call. What's going on today?
Who did you get a call from?
I don't know. It was an anonymous caller saying there was a white.
I know,
trooper
that's
sitting
what they keep doing that. You know, they did that in Nebraska with my children. They keep calling in false reports.
Okay.
Nothing. I don't think that it's okay for people.
I can't help it that people call, and it's my job to come respond when we have a call in, to come check on people. Okay? Now, my concern is coming out of... My concern...
Your concern is you know everybody that
my concern is that the car smells heavily of marijuana. When's the last time you smoked any marijuana in here?
Other people have smoked marijuana in here, and I don't want to get into that, because then they're calling you on me.
Other people have, you don't smoke any marijuana.
I have medical marijuana. I had my card.
Do you have a medical marijuana card?
I had one.
Do you have one current? No. Okay.
They spoke politely for several minutes, but when the officer asked her to do a field sobriety check, she refused.
Turn off the car. Turn off the car.
No.
299, she's fleeing.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
Get out of the car!
No!
299, she almost struck me. Get out of the car!
Then, she escalates the situation by attempting to back up and hit one of the officers. Then, she does it again, slamming one of the officers so hard that it becomes airborne.
Shots fired! Officer hit!
The police opened fire during this altercation, killing the suspect. Body cam footage is even more dramatic and shows just how hard the woman hit the officer, who luckily survived. In 2022, a brutal, unprovoked attack was captured on CCTV outside a subway station in Queens, New York. The victim, 57-year-old research scientist Nina Rothschild, was struck on the head with a hammer 13 times. She suffered multiple skull fractures and her bag was stolen. Thankfully, Nina survived, and her attacker, identified as Michael Blunt, was arrested. In April 2025, Blunt was convicted of assault and robbery. Fittingly, the judge decided to bring the hammer down on him, giving Blunt the maximum sentence of 25 to life behind bars. Here's some truly insane footage showing a murder suspect attempting to carjack people on the freeway. Keep your eyes on this white truck as it attempts to escape police.
126, I'll be in pursuit now. Speed's about 80, still southbound on Eastern.
He's going to be northbound on Eastern.
Yeah, he's going the wrong way on 240.
At one point in the chase, the truck caroms up the embankment and onto a freeway, narrowly missing a car while traveling in the wrong direction. After coming to a stop, the man plays out his own version of Grand Theft Auto, pointing his weapon at passing motorists.
Okay guys, ramp is 1022 the pursuit, but Air 1, keep up with it.
Hey, he's out, he's running, he's about to carjack somebody else. He's going eastbound on 240. He's trying to carjack people, guys.
Then, one of them strikes him, sending him flying over the top of the car. This gives officers the chance to close in. When the armed suspect turns towards them, they open fire. He was later pronounced dead at the hospital. On an autumn evening in 2019, in Southampton, England, city life was winding down. But inside a home on Spear Road, something tragic was about to unfold. Shortly after this footage was captured, 28-year-old Cristina Ortiz Lozano, circled here in purple, was found dead at her address. Cameras caught her walking home, being followed by 29-year-old Abdelaziz El-Yekio Orzat, circled in orange. He was known as Ortiz and was quickly identified as the suspect. A post-mortem confirmed that Cristina had been stabbed 23 times. Following further investigation, Orzat was arrested and charged with her murder. His motive? Jealousy. He could not have her, so he killed her. A tragic waste of life. Orzat was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison. While some commuters might be used to a bit of craziness on the subway, other places are not. Here's how passengers in Taiwan reacted when one guy started going nuts.
Go.
Apparently, a man on board had suddenly started screaming and hitting the train doors with an umbrella. This happened just days after a smoke bombing on the Taiwan metro and a knife attack that killed 3 people. So you can understand the panic and the rush to get away. There's been no shortage of terrible news stories coming out of the US recently, but this is one of the worst. In early 2025, a drunken Texas father shot and killed his own daughter after they had an argument about politics.
She was just about to go to the airport.
Who is she to y'all?
That's our daughter. Okay. It's my daughter.
Okay.
And we were getting ready to go to the airport and we were talking about guns, and she said, "You got a gun?" I said, "Yes." I got it out and it just went off as she stood there. As I pulled it out, it went off.
Okay.
It must have been, obviously.
Did you put the gun on the bed?
I put it on the bed straight away, yeah.
Where was it at?
It was in the bedside cabinet.
Okay, you have like a little, you just keep it in there?
In a locked box,
Okay.
And we took it out to look, and just as I picked it up, it went off.
Okay.
The footage shows the man explaining to the police that he had produced a gun after the discussion, and that it had simply gone off. Later, the coroner would dispute this account, as the victim, Lucy, was shot from across the bedroom, meaning that the father would have had to have been pointing the weapon at her when it went off.
Ma'am, I'll have you step over here and we'll all come over here. Okay.
Okay, so sorry.
Are they involved?
Can he go or somebody go?
Yeah, we'll get it figured out. I got you. Yep. Here, I just want to see, so if they have to come out, because there's like
because
9.
They're about to go back to England, so she's not
She's not going there.
Okay. Are you?
This is her boyfriend.
Okay, boyfriend. Okay.
Baylor Scott White, please hear him. Making me all three.
Yep, we got it. More than likely, honestly, she's probably going to go to Plano. Based on the injury. It'll be THR Plano. Okay. More than likely. I'll tell you here shortly.
Do you know if she's breathing or?
I'm not 100% sure. Okay. So.
Despite this, the death was eventually ruled an accident, though even the shooter's wife disagrees. The Love Parade started as a small techno gathering in Berlin in 1989 and had grown into one of the world's biggest electronic music festivals. In 2010, the love turned to heartbreak. Hosted in the city of Duisburg that year, the event site was a former freight yard that had one main access tunnel for both entry and exit. This turned out to be a disastrous oversight. As the afternoon crowd swelled, bottlenecks formed. Police tried to manage the flow. Organizers tried to control entry, but outside, thousands more people kept arriving. Inside the tunnel and on a ramp leading up to the festival grounds, pressure built. Then that pressure became danger. People were compressed with no room to move. Some climbed poles and staircases trying to escape the crush. Others fell. When it was over, 21 people had died, and more than 500 were injured. The tragedy wasn't caused by a stampede in the traditional sense, but a crowd crush, where extreme overcrowding and restricted flow squeezed people to death. Poor planning decisions and safety approvals were heavily criticized. The Love Parade was canceled permanently. Speaking of daylight crimes, here's a brazen attempted kidnapping that took place in Western Yorkshire, England. Footage shows 3 men attempting to hoist a 4th person into a van. The victim can be seen earlier ducking into an alleyway, after which several other people follow him, 2 of whom are wearing high-vis clothing. The abduction was successful, and the young man was later located with only minor injuries. Apparently, it had been a ransom scheme. It's scary to think how often we place trust in our lives in the hands of others, like construction workers. And it's scarier still to know that no matter how well they do the job, Mother Nature can still come along at any moment and tear it all apart. In Genoa, Italy, a 1.2-mile stretch of elevated roadway, the Morandi Bridge, stood above the bustling city below. Built in the 1960s with bold concrete cable towers, it had become both an engineering icon and a source of maintenance headaches for decades. I say stood in the past tense, because on August 14th, 2018, at around 11:30 in the morning, something unbelievable happened. That day, a powerful storm battered the midsection of the bridge. The concrete cracked, the reinforcements snapped, and a massive section of the roadway fell hundreds of feet to the ground below.
Oddio! 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 Oddio santo!
It crashed into homes, garages, railway tracks, and busy streets. Cars and trucks traveling at that very moment had mere seconds to escape.
Ragazzi, è venuto giù il ponte, non ci credo. Guarda.
C'è una macchina con le luci là in mezzo. È un disastro. Salute,
un disastro, ragazzi, un disastro.
43 people lost their lives, and dozens more were hurt and trapped in the wreckage. Investigations blamed structural deterioration, design flaws, and insufficient maintenance over many years. Following the collapse, the old bridge was completely demolished and rebuilt from scratch in less than 2 years, opening as the San Giorgio Bridge in 2020. This strange footage has been making the rounds on the internet for years, but it's just as shocking as it was when it first came out. It shows a woman sleeping on her porch in Mexico. Out of nowhere, another woman appears and strikes her in the head with a hammer. Despite suffering several heavy blows, the woman, who happened to be pregnant at the time, immediately begins fighting the attacker off, even chasing her off the porch before stumbling back inside.
Miguel, adelante, Miguel. Miguel, ven, Miguel, Miguel. Ven, por favor, ven.
She then calmly calls for help. Nothing is known about the attacker to this day, nor do authorities understand why she attacked the sleeping woman. Okay, no joking here. This footage from Egypt shows an older man molesting this young girl. However, we've obviously taken out the worst parts. When he's confronted about it by two women, he instantly gets defensive. Then, one of them points to the camera. While the man walked away as if nothing happened, the video soon went viral on social media, and the perpetrator was tracked down and jailed. This is one of those videos that is not only sad, but it truly makes you fear for the world's future. It shows an elderly man getting hit on the back of the head with a brick by two young men, who then rob the man just as violently. Fortunately, they didn't go through much effort to protect their faces from the camera, so it's only a matter of time before they get their just desserts. Here's a clip that's not the least bit funny. It shows a man who showed up at his ex-wife's place of work intending to attack her. Footage shows the man arriving at a mall food court, where he climbs over the counter and attempts to use a knife to attack the woman. Luckily, the patrons of the restaurant weren't having it. Within seconds, half a dozen of them are throwing chairs and other items at the angry man, who runs away.